Oh, well hello there. It's me, Nobody. Are you looking for a way to get some quick gold? It doesn't work every time, but it does give you quite a bit of gold if you need it. Or maybe get an alternate account to dupe some items for you. It could be crafting items or even valuable items that you can sell to this weirdo or any other weirdos that you might want to sell them to. Like the guy in Wyrmslife. That guy's weird. Or maybe you want to have some extra portcrystals or an unmaking arrow to give to your main account. Or maybe craft some eternal Wakestones so you won't have to worry about Dragon's Plague anymore. We can even farm some dragons to get some Wyrmslife crystals and get some cool scales from them because I like murdering them and peeling off their scales apparently. But their blood is really nice. You can either sell it or you can trade it in to upgrade your weapons and armor. I always place a portcrystal there so I can go there quickly. It's a hell of a run, so I'd suggest doing the same. But after you talk to this guy, you can trade Wyrmslife crystals for fairy stones, 3 to be exact. And if this is your first time meeting him, you can buy a portcrystal and a making arrow. And you can enhance all your equipment to its maximum potential. That's a big ox head. Where'd you get that from? Are you killing ox carts? That'd be crazy if that was a side quest. Catch the ox cart killer. I knew you were shady, bud. Whatever the case may be, I got you covered, my dudes. Getting the portcrystals and the unmaking arrow takes a little bit of effort. But it's quick and easy to do, and you can do it within just a couple hours. And you get to see the Sphinx again. I just love the way she looks at me all crazy like.
Oh my Lanta, you are my woman.
So if that sounds like fun to you, well join me, my dudes. Pay no attention to Erin. I summoned her strictly because she's a mage and she can heal my group. I did not summon her because of the way she looks. I swear. Get out of here, Erin.
Stop it!
Sorry, Erin. My bad. Can you ever forgive me?
Do it again, and you'll be admiring my butt from the pavement with the straw.
I hope so. But you look like a sloot.
How dare
Anyway,
you!
well, that's pretty much it for the intro. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Or don't, because you know people are gonna do what they're gonna do. But thank you for watching. Let's go get some extra items and dupe some gold. If you're ever low on gold or just need items, do this, and you'll get it pretty quickly. Go to the shop, the guy who sells weapons. Buy the drenching arrows, the tarring arrows, and the explosive arrows. After that, just go to the riftstone. And now you're going to search for a pawn. Advanced search. Minimum level is going to be a 1 and maximum level is going to be a 10. And just hit search. Examine. Go to pawns in the rift. And go to specialization or quest. Scroll down until you see an arrow. If you don't see an arrow, make the search more specific. Select fighters only. Search. Pawns in the rift. And scroll down again. Just keep doing this until you get a hit. Here's one right here, Sally. Fine. Memorize the names that have the arrows for the quest. Sally, Fine, and Yamato. Here's Fine. You'll get 12 boat scale for hiring her.
If I learn of a matter that requires your attention,
Give the item.
I shall my master from beyond the rift. Pray, have patience with me, master.
And you can add them to favorites to summon them again later. And dismiss. You don't have to give them anything.
I'll use this chance to
Yamato.
Restoration and reinforcement are the
You get 12 Jasper.
Are you fit to travel? Is there aught this pawn might do for you? My master from beyond the rift.
And now we have 12 Jasper. Just do the same. Add him to favorites. And dismiss.
I should only hope I serve.
And Sally, the last
I
one.
shall be proud to serve you, Arisen.
You get 11 Tiger Eye from her.
Hold vigor this day.
Give item.
My master from beyond the rift.
And that's 12 Tiger Eyes. Add to favorites. Dismiss. Now we'll go back in and see if we can find any others. Try Archer this time. Pawns in the Rift. And we got one from Legolas. So we find Legolas.
It's a pleasure to meet.
And she gives 12 Jasper, so hire
It will
her.
be an honor to serve by... Master, idle chatter shan't do our cause any
Give
good.
the arrow.
My master from beyond the rift. How might I serve you, Arisen?
Add to favorites. Dismiss. Sometimes you'll get lucky and get a lot of them back to back to back. And sometimes you'll hardly find anything. Bug, Lil, I'm not gonna say that. And a Laster. There's a Laster. 41 explosive arrows for 1 Taran arrow.
Let us work together.
Why not?
To honor.
This one, I'm not gonna pronounce the name of. Newt Liquor. Why not? There's Lil.
I pray.
She will give you 33 gold ore, which you can sell. There he is.
You'll find none lighter on their.
You get 12 onyx for giving her explosive arrow.
Let us.
So that was the basic rundown. And the items we got was 40 something explosive bolts, 33 gold ores, 24 jasper, 12 onyx, and 11 tiger eyes, and 12 bolt scales, which is a very good crafting item. It's kind of rare. We go back in, try it again. Search for a pawn, advanced search. Go for a fighter again, but this one we're going to choose masculine. And search. Okay, we're getting a bunch of these travel for a day and night, so we need to get rid of that. So we're going to click the quest knowledge back on and search again. No luck. Archers. Search. Derek. It all depends on how lucky you are that day. There he
Are you
is.
certain you're happy to have me along?
10,000 gold
Delighted
for
to
1
meet you.
explosive arrow. Search for the thieves. Lie. Okay, lie's the last one.
If 'tis discipline your company lacks,
12
I can
jasper.
provide.
Now that we've been through all the males, we're going to change it to feminine. There we go, we got
Share our
one.
strengths. 'Tis the time of day when cities and towns hum with the rhythm. My master from beyond the rift.
Now that we've been through masculine and feminine, we're going to go through beastren. Sometimes you won't find anything, but other times you'll find quite a bit. Lionheart, I'm not sure if we summon him or not, but we can check.
The presence of a single maid, grief
Give the
repose.
item.
What my master from beyond the rift.
Got 12
Are you
onyx.
so
So for doing that and going through most of the options, it took me about 10 to 15 minutes. And I got about 30,000 gold, Newt Liquor, 40 explosive arrows, 33 gold ore, 12 bolt scale, which is pretty good enhancement material, 36 jasper, which we can sell in Bak Batal to get a lot of gold, 36 onyx, which we can sell here in Vernworth for quite a bit of gold, and 11 tiger eye, which we can go to the elf city and sell it there for a lot more gold than you would selling it in Vernworth or Bak Batal. On some days you'll have more luck than others. Just keep at it and you'll get as much stuff as you need. It does require a little bit of luck and a little bit of patience, but it's a pretty good trick to have to get gold fast. If you're still doing the arrow trick and you cannot find anybody when you search for a pawn and there's no arrows in sight, you can always go to search for a pawn, then look at the previously hired pawns. And you can go down the list and rehire every one of them to make sure that their quests have been updated and you can get some quick cash by rehiring them. As you can see, my top list, they all have arrows. That's because I love to rehire them and check and see if their quest has been updated, so I can get some free stuff. Because you won't get lucky every day and keep finding people with arrows in the rift. Now some of these most of you probably already know. Hell, most of you probably already beat the game. But if you're like me, you like to take your time and you may not know some of these tricks and tips that could help you throughout your journeys. So if you know these already, that's fine, this video is probably not for you. This video is for the ones who may not have even thought of doing these types of things. But yeah, that's about it. Let's get started. Also, if you didn't know this already, after completing the Sphinx quest and getting the Eternal Wakestone, an item that lets you resurrect everybody in case your town gets targeted by Dragon's Plague and everybody dies, you can use one of these bad boys to resurrect everybody, bringing them back to life. But the problem is you only get one per game, unless you use an ox cart in this area to travel all the way over here to the checkpoint rest town. Here you can go to the forger, talk to him, request a forgery, and forge the Eternal Wakestone. It is 30,000 gold. It's a pretty penny, but it's worth it in case you're bad about getting Dragon's Plague.
I shall have your order crafted in good time.
After you given him the Eternal Wakestone, just go find a bench, rest 4 times, and then return to the forgery guy.
Welcome, sir.
Take the forgery, and now you have 2 Eternal Wakestones. So as long as you have the gold, you can make as many as you want, and you won't have to worry about Dragon's Plague anymore. I've made a video about this once before, but I still occasionally see people who doesn't know about it, and I think it's very important if you're playing this game. If you catch the griffin out in the field, you can ride it to its nest to steal a portcrystal and a bunch of other goodies. Best thing to do is run up to it as quickly as you can while it's still on the ground, and climb up to it and maybe have your pawns attack it till it gets relatively low on health, but do not kill it all the way. And here we go. Off to his nest. Now when you get to his nest, he will try to murder you, so make sure to pick up everything as fast as you can, and then run away. Eventually he'll take you to the misty marshes where his nest is. But once you make it to his nest, you can drop off,
Our foe appears to have...
and you can gather what's all here.
Did you really ride that griffin all the way up here?
Why is there 2 of them? Bro, I've never seen 2 before. Upon reviewing my situation and my surroundings, the best thing to do is just run away. Tell your pawns to follow you, and hopefully you can get to a place where there's no enemies. Once you get outside, return to your nearest portcrystal. That way you'll be out of danger, because there's a lot of hard-hitting enemies around. If you want to, you can start a whole new character and give this portcrystal to your main character. Just gift it to your main character's pawn and he should receive it. Hey, baby. By doing the riddle of conviction and giving her a portcrystal, she will give you another portcrystal. I just love the way she looks at me all crazy like.
Well, well. Very good.
As you can see, I now have 2 in my inventory. It's a bit challenging to get here. How I got here is I started at Wyrmslife and took the ox cart to the checkpoint rest town. Then I just traveled up and took this long road up to the ancient battleground and made it to the World's End Cavern. And after you make it through all this, you'll finally arrive at the mountain shrine, where that beautiful Sphinx awaits. Give me that, turtle. Ow. Sorry, baby. But after doing the riddle of madness, you get another portcrystal. As you can see here, I now have 3. You can get all these on your alternate account and then give them to your main account if you don't have friends to give you your portcrystals. Now you can either stop here and take your portcrystals and give them to your main account, or you can continue the quest and give them to your main account later. After doing the last riddle here, the riddle of rumination, she will fly off, so better to just grab a hold of her after the riddle is finished and come back and claim your prize later. And now we're just gonna grab a hold.
A result to be proud of.
Yeet! I grabbed a hold! Okay, I'm climbing. Here we go. Try not to fall off. Now as long as you don't fall off, you can just ride her to the second location. Make sure you stand up, gain some stamina. You should be alright till you get to Thunderclap Canyon. After you make it to the second location, she'll ask you how many riddles you have done so far. And so far I've done 7. So I'm gonna take 7 of these statues to her. After answering the right number, she will give you another chest, which you can open to receive the unmaking arrow. An arrow that lets you kill just about anything. You can give this to your main account as well. It's up to you. It's what I'm gonna do. If you're looking for a good Drake farm to get Wyrmslife crystals and other upgrade materials, when you get to Patal, right in this area right here where I place my portcrystal, there's a dragon just off to the side. And if you go down to this area, there's usually some type of big monster there. Hopefully it can be a dragon too, or a better class of enemy to get better upgrade material from. So when you get to this area, just put a portcrystal down next to the bonfire and then travel here after every 7 days you rest in game. And there's usually always a drake here whenever I come to visit. Kill it as fast as you can because he will fly off if you give him the chance. Rest for 7 days and come back and he should be there again. Duping certain crafting materials and these jewels that sell for quite a bit of gold is relatively easy to do. Duping Jasper, if you already have Batal unlocked, is a good way to make more money fast. If you don't have Batal unlocked, then Onyx is your best bet because Vernworth is just right here. So just make sure that your alternate account rests at an inn. After they rested at an inn, go into the Riftstone. Go to Set Pawn Quest, acquire item, any type of cheap arrow you want. Always request 1. Set the reward for items, and as many Jaspers or Onyx that you have in your inventory. The maximum is 12. And go down to confirm. Confirm, leave the rift. Then you're gonna switch to your main account. Go to home, go back into Dragon's Dogma 2. On the main account that you're receiving the Onyx or Jasper from, you're gonna load from last save. Go into the Riftstone, search for a pawn, friends pawns, and summon the alternate account's pawn. When you see them, go ahead and hire them. Talk to them. Give them the item, which is 1 explosive bolt or whatever bolt you choose.
My master from beyond the rift.
And receive your 12 Jasper or 12 Onyx. Dismiss. You don't have to give them a gift. Rate them, send them on their way, and exit the rift. Wait for it to save, that little ring that pops up in the right hand corner. Then switch back to your alternate account. Go to home, go back into Dragon's Dogma 2. Now since this is the giver account, we're gonna load from last in rest. It's very important that you load from last in rest. You will spawn in at the end right beside the beds. You just run out and go back to the Riftstone. Go to the Riftstone, set a pawn quest, acquire item, 1 bolt, reward, 12 jaspers or onyx. Confirm, leave the rift. Wait till it gets done saving, switch accounts to your main account, or the one that's receiving the items. Go to home, go back into Dragon's Dogma 2, and since this is the receiver, we're gonna load from last save. Go in, after you entered the Riftstone, search for a pawn, friends pawns, hire your alternate accounts pawn, hire them, give the item,
endeavor to survive. My master from beyond the rift.
receive your 12 jasper, and then dismiss. You don't have to give them an item, and then just raid them,
Paths diverge here.
and then exit the rift. And since I gathered 2 portcrystals from my alternate account, along with the unmaking arrow, I was able to give them to my main account. So I now have 9 portcrystals. I have 8 set around the world, and I have 1 in my inventory. And since I've been using the forgery guide to make eternal Wakestones, I now have 9 in my inventory, and I even gave a couple away to some pawns I really liked. So you can make as many as you want as long as you have the gold, and give them away if you want to. It's up to you. You can either keep them just in case you're worried about Dragon's Plague, or you can just give them away. In Bakbatal, you can sell your Jasper for 2,800 gold apiece. Selling 12 will get you 33,600. Selling 24 that I just duplicated sells for 67,200. Well, if this has helped you, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And until next time, have fun.
Did you enjoy this video? Consider subscribing to the main channel at Mr. Nobody Elden Souls, where it's more focused on invading, or the second channel at Nobody Elden Things, where its focus is on helping and will be the main hub for invading for dummies. Subscribe to both and I promise you will not be disappointed. Thank you for watching, my tarnished, and we will see you next time.
Like and subscribe, or I'll deathblight you in your sleep. This message has been approved by the Mayor of Froggytown.